Joe, right now we're awaiting tariffs set to take effect against Mexico, Canada, and China. How do you think that's going to play out in terms of falling down to the taxpayer and what it means for the average family budget?
Not well. It could be red meat for his base. You know, Trump supporters and a lot of the MAGA base want to stick it to Mexico and Canada. But as far as the average voter, they elected Donald Trump to lower prices, not increase prices through these tariffs by $3,000 a year. Maybe Elon Musk and all these radical billionaires around him, they can afford $3,000. But the average American doesn't have $400 in the bank account. So this is definitely going to be hurting people.
So we've had some fiery Senate confirmation hearings happening this week. Bobby, Director of National Intelligence nominee Tulsi Gabbard, standing her ground while taking her turn in the hot seat during those hearings. We're going to take a listen, and I'll let you react.
Those who oppose my nomination imply that I am loyal to something or someone other than God, my own conscience, and the Constitution of the United States. Accusing me of being Trump's puppet, Putin's puppet, Assad's puppet, a guru's puppet, Modi's puppet, not recognizing the absurdity of simultaneously being the puppet of 5 different puppet masters.
Some Republicans have said they were less than impressed with Gabbard's performance. Is Trump's pick in trouble here, Bobby?
No, I don't think so. But you did hit on a good point that this was a big week as far as so-called controversial picks with Kash Patel, RFK Jr., and Tulsi Gabbard. The knives were really out against all 3 of them. But I really think the way they handled themselves and the contrast that they made between some of the Democrat questioning, Kash Patel, for example, he's living proof of the corruption within the FBI, and he handled himself brilliantly. Tulsi Gabbard did too. So I have a feeling, you know, Susan Collins and some others are withholding their decision right now, at least to the press. But I have a feeling all 3 actually get through.
All right, that's your prediction. And Joe, I'll get to you because we had some breaking news last hour that Ken Martin has been elected as the new chair of the Democratic National Committee. Let's listen to that.
We have one team. One team. That's right. The Democratic Party. We have one fight. We have one fight. The fight's not in here. The fight's out there, right? The fight's not in here. The fight is for our values. The fight is for working people. The fight right now is against Donald Trump and the billionaires who bought this country.
So now that leadership is settled, is the party going to be able to turn around the issues that led to their loss in November? Some folks are saying he is quite progressive, and those very issues, progressive values that Kamala Harris had along the campaign trail is what led to the loss.
I think Ken Martin needs to focus on winning. He did that in Minnesota. Governor Walz won in Minnesota, and thanks in large part to Ken Martin. And he needs to be going on offense, holding Republicans accountable. You know, back to Bobby's point earlier, these confirmation hearings are really tough. And Ken Martin, the Democratic Party, need to be going on offense, highlighting like RFK Jr. wants to make polio and measles great again. That's not something that the American people want. We don't need another pandemic outbreak, and we need to be highlighting as a Democratic Party how outrageous and extreme these nominees are.